What they call you, bro?
They call me Slim.
Yes, sir. And what's your name, brother?
And Brother James Muhammad.
And what did they call you back in the days, brother?
And Twin.
Where y'all brothers from, man? What area, man? What community?
From the east side, out the 20s.
Yes, sir. So look, people be asking me, man, all about the history, the origin of the 20s, man. And when I was 9 years old, I used to go to All People's Christian Center. And I remember Half Dead. You remember Half Dead?
Yeah.
I remember Blue, the Blue family. So I was friends with Sterling Blue, Sean Blue. But who was their older brother? Because I remember their older brother was Outlaw. Who was that?
Slim but not.
I forget his name. I forget his name. I know exactly what you're talking about, but I remember. I know. I forget his name. I couldn't tell you his name right now.
All right, so look, who were the original Outlaws over there, man? Who were some of the original? My mama went to 20th Street Elementary School.
You got James Love. You got Walter Dees. You got
Baby Charles.
You got Baby Charles. You got Jap. You got white folks. You got Lorenzo.
And what year would this
you
be?
Go on and on and on. This was you got cats from the 50s, from the mid 50s all the way up to this day and age, man. You got old cats. It's old cats. I mean, before all this other shit, it was laws. Before basically anything. I mean, the first blood gang in Los Angeles, basically. And we extended from the 30s, from the 20s to the 60s.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I see a lot of people talk about the east side and their neighborhoods and all that. But even before it was any of them neighborhoods around, you had the 20 laws, the 30 laws, and the Rollin 60 laws.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And it's cats that's old. I mean, I'm a youngster in this compared to the cats that I grew up watching.
Right.
So it goes back a long ways, man.
Yes,
it goes back a long ways.
So look, what year did the 30 rules break off and become power rules?
The 30 rules didn't start until the 80s.
All right.
30 rules came along in the 80s. And by a family, my boy Slim.
Slim whole family, huh? Goldie, Kirky, all that.
Douglas and them, they started 30 rules.
Okay.
They was the founder of 30 rules.
That's right.
No.
You know what I'm saying? They kicked it off down there with the 30s. They family started 30 rules and they kicked it off and they've been around and they've been doing their thing since the 80s.
Yes, sir.
Since the 80s.
So look, man, I remember going to dances, man, at the YMCA. What was that? Right there on the corner, 28th and Griffith. What is that? What was that? Is that
YMCA was on 28th and Naomi.
Naomi, yep.
On 28th and Naomi.
Yep.
You had the Henderson Team Post.
Where was that at?
On 25th between Central and Griffith.
That's right.
If anybody was an outlaw, they came to that Henderson Team Post. That was home front.
That's right.
That was the block. I grew up on 25th, in the middle of the block. Anybody, if you came to the 20th, you coming to 25th Street because you're going to touch that team post.
That's right.
All right.
You're going to touch that team post.
Sir.
But it was cool then. It was, you had everybody, the 60 laws come down to the 20s. The 30 laws come down to the 20s. Everybody come to Henderson Team Post to kick it. They gave us lunches, they gave us toys. It was like a festive spot. You come down there, they had things for the kids, they had programs for the kids, they teaching you how to read, teaching you how to write, they got teaching you football, basketball, and it was something that was positive at that point in time. Even though you had the gang members. We wasn't shooting. They weren't shooting people every day. You didn't have to worry about nobody driving by driving up on you and shooting you and trying to kill you. It was like a family thing. It was unity. It was they protected their neighborhood.
Yes.
They protected their neighborhood, and they didn't get along from cats from other neighborhoods, basically. But they wasn't nobody coming down there shooting, and wasn't nobody going nowhere else shooting. You get fights, somebody come and want to fight. You get fights like a motherfucker. Motherfucker come and say, hey, look, such. Oh, we gotta get out, and they get out.
Right under that, huh?
You know what I'm saying? They get out. Motherfucker gonna lock up, and then they gonna go their certain way.
That's right.
They gonna go their separate ways. But I mean, things change, and I mean, but
Well, let me ask you this: was it connected to Blood Alley, man? So Blood Alley going down close on the other side of Figueroa, man. Was there ever a connection over there that came through the laws, or what? Or was that just something separate?
Blood Alley was something totally separate. That was something separate. That was basically on the west side. Now you had, I really don't know too much about Blood Alley because my day and age, it was the Hoover families.
Right.
It was the Hoover family, and we had a connection with the Hoover families.
Right.
We had a connection. We kicked it with the Hoover families. I mean, it was like,
Like who? Give me some names from Hoover family.
you had Wayne, you had Shaft,
Strawberry.
I mean, it was.
Say who? Who'd you say?
Zell.
Zip. It was cats that
gotta mention Zell.
Like, I can't even remember all the cats' names, but you had
Milo.
it was my boy I can't think of his name. I went to John Adams Junior High with him. We went to John Adams Junior High, and he was one of the first ones I knew. Even with the Brims back then, it was 5'9" Brims. They used to come and kick it. It was Brims. But now that's who we had a connection with back in the 70s, in the 60s and 70s with the Brims, because you had East Side Brims, you had Liso Village Brims.
Where was East Side Brims at?
East Side Brims was on the east side.
Like, give me a street. Like where? Where?
You had them. First Street. Down on First Street, you had Liso Village Brims.
Right.
They was East Side Brims. You had Brims. Brims was basically everywhere because they was a big neighborhood too. They was just as big as Outlaws at that point in time. You know what I'm saying? So you had some Brims, some everywhere. And them were our allies at the time, for the most part. I remember as a little kid sitting on my front porch. I'm about 5 or 6 years old, and I see people down the street from my house in the parking lot full. And I'm asking, what's going on down there? They said that's the Laws and the Brims kicking it. They finna go somewhere and handle some kind of business and do what they do. But I mean, like I say, I'm still a baby in this. I'm like a third generation.
Right. Yes, sir.
I'm like a third generation.
But you know what's so important, man, with people like you and Mad Ronald, even though y'all third generation, y'all be knowing the history. You know what I mean? So that's the important part, man. And
I mean, because one of the things you gotta look at this. When you grow up, you come from day one, from where it all started, from where it's all happening at. You in the house with the cats that started this.
right.
You know what I'm saying? Before it was really Outlaws, you had the Roaring 20s.
Right.
I had uncles, Cuddy Bates and all them. They was Roaring 20s. And they part of starting Outlaws. You know what I'm saying? And so, it's like I grew up right there from day one. And where everybody was at. This is where everybody hung out at. And I'm right there in the midst of it. So I gotta know my history.
Yes,
I got uncles, cousins, my whole block. Every house on my block contained an outlaw. An outlaw lived in every house on my block when I was coming up.
Yes, sir.
Every house. So, this is something that you learn. You know your history. You gotta know your history. If you don't know where you came from, you damn sure don't know where you're going. So you gotta know your history.
I truly appreciate you, brother.
Yes, sir.
I appreciate you, brother. I appreciate your time. I appreciate you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Brother James Muhammad, always frontline and everywhere, man. So, and Brother Slim, man, I'm welcome home, first of all, brother.
right.
You know, I couldn't do this if you
Walked it down
wasn't here.
31
Yeah,
years.
walked down 31 years, man. So I truly appreciate you, brother. Let me give you the last word, man, because you know there's people out here who still want to do the foolishness, man. They still want to shoot at each other and all that. What you say to them, real quick, man? This last word.
Man, everybody learns in their own time. You know what
Hey,
I'm saying?
hey, can y'all shut up, man?
Everybody learns in their own time. Look, nobody wins when we out here killing each other.
That's right.
Nobody wins. We got to come together and do positive things. We got to build our communities. We out here killing each other, and we don't even have no neighborhoods.
Right.
That's right.
We don't have no neighborhoods. Who in what neighborhood? Where you go to the neighborhood, you don't see nobody hanging out.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We don't have no neighborhoods. And I mean, you know, we in Lancaster and
Moreno
and
Valley.
Palmdale and Moreno Valley and San
Victorville,
Bernardino,
yeah.
everywhere but the neighborhood that
Yeah.
so-called supposed to be ours. I mean, you know, it's time to build and and grow and teach the kids to do something better. You know what I'm saying? We want lawyers, we want doctors, we want our kids to grow up to know something better than what they seeing us do. I don't want to see my kids grow up and be in prison. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to see my nieces and nephew in prison. I want to see mine grow up and be somebody. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Be a doctor, a lawyer, teachers.
That's
I mean,
right.
you know, and if we don't start setting the example, showing them this, I mean, we just gonna have another generation of black men in prison.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you, brother. Appreciate both of y'all, man.
Thank you, Brother Skipp. Appreciate you, brother.
Yeah.